Hello, everyone.
Hello,
I'm Etta.
I'm Howie.
This is Howard, and this is Evolving with Etta. So today we wanted to talk about relationships versus relations.
Ain't nothing wrong with little relations.
So yeah, this is going to be quite interesting. As you see, we're in our old ship carnival t-shirts. Unfortunately, this is the weekend that we would have been with our family getting together, getting ready for a wonderful carnival reunion cruise. Oh my gosh. So we're really bummed that it's not going to happen. And unfortunately, all the carnival cruises, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, everybody's canceled. Even one European ship tried to go forward with their trip and
then went out 3 days, had to come back.
Yeah, because people got sick. So basically, yeah, we have our drinks of choice because we're trying to schmooze the cruise mood. And yeah, because I've been going through withdrawals. Every time you turn around, he's like, yeah, we on vacation. I'm like, no, not. Because it's so different. It's definitely, yeah. So if this is something that you may find, interested in, just hang in here with us. And like, again, we're talking about relationships.
This is part 2.
Versus relations. Yeah. We did one before, a 1 through 5 tips on relationships. So I'll leave it down in the description so you guys can revert back to that. And I'll have a little giveaway. So if you do pay attention to what we talked about in that previous video, which was our first video, our last video as well, I'll have some merch for you. If you can tell me exactly what it was that Dixon said a friend of his or a coworker of his told him what not to do if in the event you're not getting along with your spouse. So I just gave the hint to it. So if you're the one that leaves a comment first, then no, I'm going to give it away. Then you'll be the one to get the merch and the free little prize. So, okay, going forward, I was just saying, Howard was quite interested in courting me. I should say, not how I wanted to be exactly courted.
I wanted to court her intimately. Yes. I got to use proper words.
Yes, he was ready for relations. And
ain't nothing wrong with a little relations.
I wanted a relationship. So him not quite being ready to take that leap and me not being ready to just have relations, it took some time.
Took a long time.
But anything worthwhile takes time. You all know the saying. So basically,
it's just a saying.
So basically, I just think it was necessary for me to bring him and reel him over into my world, the
world, into the Jedi mind trick. And the controlling of the black man.
So I just thought, he just basically wanted me to be well informed that, yeah, we could be friends. We could be great friends. We could be friends with benefits. And it would be just as rewarding as a relationship. So we're posing the question to you guys. Do you, or have you by any chance ever been in a position where you're in a nice arrangement with a friend and one or the other may want more than just being a friend? How would you actually handle that situation? So Dixon,
it's all my fault.
When I was at the point where he's a great guy, he's a great friend, very nice, very easy to talk to.
But I wasn't looking to be tied down, I tell you that.
Right. So I just had to,
use a mind trick.
I settled with that. I just said, okay, well, you're not ready for a committed relationship, then we're just not ready.
Well.
And it came to a point where when we stopped communicating as much as we did, he just said, well, look, I give up. You can't keep telling me no. And you just...
Right. And I wasn't verbally a few times was trying to have a relationship, but I let it be known I was trying to get there. But I did emphasize I needed to start dating and courting you before we even get to the relationship part. I don't even know if I like you. I don't even know if I can stand being around you. But if I don't take you out and don't hang with you, you might not meet my standard. You got standards and I got standards. But I got to find out what I like.
Right.
So I stopped talking to her.
And I realized that I missed my friend. So I had to decide, do I want to just get involved?
In other words, she didn't want to give it up.
So I'm like, I don't want to just...
For the brothers.
I said, okay, so we do need to get to know one another. I really need to know if this is somebody I want to have a relationship with. So we started dating.
Right. Well, this is what I want to say. I might have had ulterior motives in dating her, but if she didn't let me date her, I couldn't even get to any motive. So she had to come to the conclusion on my birthday, after I got my first kiss in 3 years.
3 years, guys.
Right.
It took 3 years.
Oh, my God. In the first video, I told y'all, part 2, boy. I earned it.
Oh, Lord.
It was not given to me. I earned it.
Yeah. He pretty much did.
But the bottom line was she had to decide whether to be around me to give me a chance.
Right.
And once she decided that, she said she would date me on my birthday 3 years later. That's right. I always said that right. Anyway, then we took steps.
Yes.
Because I knew, as a person, I knew the kind of person I was. And I could see, and I'll be honest, I was not looking for a relationship with her. Believe me. But I say this, the power of the Roseburg women was the power that she had in reference that she didn't get on my nerves. I know I said this in my first video, and I'm going to say it again.
That was important.
But to me, it is the most important thing to me to have a woman that don't bug me, get on my nerves, and make me say, what the hell I'm in here for? You know the old saying, you wake up in the morning, you say, what the hell I do that? But I didn't say that. Anyway, because of the person she was and my experience and many adventures, she was an unusual, not only a beautiful woman, but just an unusual person that did not get on my nerves, but was herself and intelligent. And, I looked at her like, damn, she fine, man. But I used to say that in the 3 years and chasing her, trying to get next to her. I knew that the young lady was compatible to me. She just didn't see
a lot of talking.
Right, a lot of talking. I ain't do no begging, but
3 years.
I did try. But anyway, it was her personality and character I saw that, I said, man, that's nice, man. So, the relation part that I originally was thinking as a man, as most men do, as a relation, end up being in a relationship that I haven't resisted because of the person she is,
And one of your little points that he made very clear was that once we become more and more familiar with one another, the intimacy would come later, which of course it did.
Right.
But I just had to be open to that.
She had to give me a chance to be around me for me to court her.
Yeah.
I never put a time or a space when to be intimate with her. But I know I ain't gonna have a chance if you don't be around me. And you get to know me to say that you would want to even go that way.
Yeah.
So once she said I could see her, I really didn't really think about scheming, conniving, or anything like that to be intimate. It was just a matter of time.
So in one of our first sit down and let's talk about it, he had some questions that he wanted to ask, and I was free to answer them. He ordered, let me get a drink of it. You know what I ordered? What I ordered, honey?
I don't know.
I ordered water. Clear mind, clear answers. You gonna give me some clear questions? When he realized what I had ordered, he said, okay, you know what?
I ain't asking no.
He said, you already too ready. So
No.
I think we're good. I think we can sit here and chit chat.
She came across so confident in ordering water that I decided that I could see she was all grown, mature, probably compatible to me. And that's how I looked at it. I just said, time will tell.
Yes. And it has.
Right.
We're 22 and a half years later.
But I gave her the ultimate test.
And I didn't know.
I gave her the 10-day test. We went on a vacation for 10 days in 4 different cities. And she didn't get on my nerve. And I was just happy. She passed the test and didn't even know she was being tested.
Didn't even know. Because I was just doing me. I was enjoying him, and it was just, we loved to go. So that was just wonderful.
Yeah, it was a very great 10 days that made me say, oh man, that's a hell of a woman.
So, throwing this out there to just, let you guys know, yeah, sure, relations are great. Relations can be rewarding, and same with relationships. Relationships are great, and they can be very rewarding. Not saying one is any better than the other, just sharing our experience with both.
Through the power of the female, one can suggest and lead you down the road that you might not think of going down.
Well, yeah.
But I could see the road, and like I said, because of the person she was, I didn't come up with no scheme to say get rid of this girl. She want to be serious. I was just happy to be around and just giggle.
And then happy to get serious.
Well, I ain't make no plan to get serious. I want to keep emphasizing that. But it did not. You're
not being held against your will.
Well, that's a different story. We had to tell y'all that on part 3, held against one will.
Lord have mercy.
But doing relations and relationship is really, the relationship for me hasn't been a bother, no hassle. And the way it worked out has just been beautiful because she don't really get on my nerves. I gotta keep saying that. I tell you, I don't know about you other men. If you had women that got on your nerves. Man,
and women, the men that have gotten on your nerves.
That's right.
They get kicked to the curb.
I cannot speak on behalf of women. I'm speaking on behalf of the men. But it's been a very pleasant and great. Her intelligence is just it's really nice, It's really, and being a thoughtful, giving person, which is that part I haven't mentioned, but that makes it so much, for my experience, having a woman that is thoughtful and think for herself and think of you too. Hey man, she just had so many plus. If you take a minus and a plus, it was, as years went on and as time went on, it was just pluses building up, and it just make me giggle. So.
Well, we want to thank you guys for coming and hang out with us. And if you had any smidgen, any bit of a value out of this, just hit that like button. Consider subscribing, because we, could do this again.
Part 3 coming up. I'm going to tell you about the Jedi mind trick.
And it's not going to take 4 months. The last time the pandemic hit, and it just, rocked our world. So,
everybody been depressed.
Yeah, our concentration went completely somewhere else. So we're back, and hopefully this will be a continued thing. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Toodles.
Peace.